Good evening. Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024. Welcome, welcome. We will get started in about 2 minutes. One more minute. Hello. Hi. About 30 seconds left. Then we'll get going. I'm gonna wait for a few more people to join. Okay, we are at 6:30 and music off. All right, welcome to the third podcast, third edition of Wellness Wednesday. So welcome to another episode of Wellness Wednesday with Walking in Wellness. I am Coach Yvette, helping you to be healthy and inspiring you to age naturally. So we want to talk today about common limited beliefs as it regards to health and wellness. So whether you're on this weight loss journey or health journey, brand new, or if it's been something that you've done for a long time, you want to improve your nutrition, enhance your overall health and well-being, this is the place to be, and I'm going to give you the information you need. So today we're going to be talking about common limiting beliefs. And so as it regards to your health and wellness, how these limited beliefs are rooted in your mindset and how they can hinder you and prevent you from reaching the goals that you have set aside for yourself as it relates to your health and wellness. And to just give you a little background information, I will start off with telling you what a mindset is. And I always like to look up specific definitions so that I can make sure I'm giving you the most accurate information. So what is mindset and its importance to achieving your wellness goals? Mindset refers to a person's established beliefs and attitudes and your assumptions that may shape all of your perceptions, therefore shaping your behavior. And this is going to be how you respond to any various situation or challenge that you're facing in your life. It's important to understand where our mindsets are starting from so that we can have a better understanding of what may need to be tweaked, changed, what information we need to incorporate or remove so that we can get to the point where that mindset is in alignment with the actions that we want to achieve to reach that goal that we want to achieve. So one of the things you need to understand is when this compromises your worldview and your self-perception and any interpretation of events, it will influence how you approach your goals. And it also influence how you handle any setbacks as you're interacting with others and as you're trying to move forward to accomplish those goals. Your mindset and how you perceive things surrounding all of that is going to play effect. Your mindset can either be fixed or it can be growth oriented. And it's better that it's growth oriented because then you're allowing for enough openness to gain more information and to gain an understanding. You know, the saying of empty your cup so that you can fill in more knowledge. So if it's fixed and your cup is full, you're not going to be able to receive any new information. One of the other things that's characterized with the growth mindset, any of the beliefs and abilities and traits that you have, they're not going to be unchangeable in your mind. When they're growth characteristics or that type of mindset, you'll see the potential for development, and you'll see that there is an opportunity for growth. And that is going to play a significant role in how you take on these new challenges and take on this new information, and are willing to kind of pivot and tweak what you stand in right now in order to make changes and move forward. So understanding what the mindset is and how it affects you, that is foundational, because if you're not really honest about that, it is really going to kind of block you from being able to really see the big picture of creating this lifestyle for yourself and incorporating all of these smaller little steps along the way. Another thing is, how does your mindset influence your behaviors, habits, and just your overall life choices? And it profoundly shapes it, because what you're thinking here, what you're feeling here, all of those things work in conjunction to what your actions become. And then your actions on a consistent basis, that becomes your habit. And when something is a habit, it is like second nature. It is something that you're on autopilot and you'll do it, right or wrong, good or bad. It could be something that you just do automatically. And when we're trying to actually make a change in our life and our lifestyle, understanding that those habits, we need to reflect upon them and sometimes reevaluate what we're going to be doing. So a growth mindset will foster the resilience and perseverance and a belief in your power and the effort of learning these new ways of living. Individuals with a mindset set this way may have ambitious goals, but you will embrace failure when it comes about. Because if you understand that this is something that I'm trying to achieve, not just in this moment, but the next moment and the next moment and the next moment, then you're willing to put in that extra work and the effort so that you can get to the point where you have that positive self-image, confidence, and the confidence in your abilities to make those habitual, healthy choices. Another thing for the growth mindset is when you're having a pursuit of a personal or professional development, that will give you motivation. When you understand, I have the ability to take on this challenge and change or add to who I am, rather than just being set in stone and fixed where I'm at right now. I have the ability that I can move forward and I can achieve what I'm working toward. That is going to definitely shape your confidence and your motivation to continue to keep striving for it. So that is also very important to keep in mind. It can become like a guiding force in shaping your responses when things do pop up or adversity comes against you, to influence your behaviors to continue to pursue those goals. Thirdly, dealing with your mindset, something I want to go over is how, this is really important, because how these common mindsets or limited beliefs surrounding your mindset will create barriers, and they will hinder your progress on your wellness journey. These barriers significantly hinder your progress by creating a mental block, essentially. It can limit your ability to take action when you need to, keep you stagnant. If you do happen to hit a challenge, because your fixed position will prevent you from moving forward and seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It can also change the way that you see or react to fear. So if you're faced with a situation where I'm afraid to move forward in this, or I'm afraid I'm not going to reach the success that I want to reach, that hindrance can create a blockage in your mindset and stop you from moving forward. So it's really important that we tackle these barriers with any negative self-talk, that we are reminding ourselves of the progress that we're making, even the decision to be healthy, or the decision to do something more. Having that mindset of, hey, this is what I want to do, just even making that concrete decision, that should give you enough motivation and encouragement where you can talk to yourself and talk yourself out of some of the negative things that you may hear or, say in our inner voice, what's saying something negative to us. This can erode your confidence and your self-esteem, and that's not what we want to do if we're on a journey. We're on a journey to try and get to a destination, or the next level of a destination. And if we're fixated on these barriers, then that is going to derail us on our trek here. The reluctance that you may have in someone stepping out of their comfort zone, these things are going to also be barriers and hinders to you reaching your goals. Another one, additionally, perfectionism. Yes, that is something that it's funny because it's a fear of failure, but it's also a fear of not doing it as perfectly as you think it should be. And sometimes you just have to just do it. And that's kind of a lesson I learned with doing these podcasts and trying to just go live and submit information, that things that I have learned on my journey, and sharing that with everyone. It's like I had an idea of how great and how professional a podcast is supposed to be. They all have the little headsets and little mics and all that stuff. And I really just said, it's more important that I get familiar with putting information out there, and that it will help someone. Someone will hear and they will gain the information that they need so that they can walk out this journey to a healthier lifestyle. Planting those seeds, that's more important than the perfection of how it is delivered, as long as the message gets out. So that's something I had to deal with myself. So perfectionism is something that can definitely hinder you and be a block to your mindset for reaching your goals. And you have to understand that it's there, but then the next step is to challenge it and to try and move beyond it. And so working on our mindset and how we see things and think about things is what is going to be key to doing that, to overcoming those mindset barriers. The self-reflection, and then the last part of it is the willingness to change it. So the willingness to say, yeah, I know I would probably like to do this a little more perfectly, or have this a certain way before I begin, but that is preventing you from getting started. And now more time has gone on and you still didn't start. So just do it. Just get started. Fumble along if you have to at first. And then as you are in the process, you're learning, you're taking action, you're taking strides and steps, you're getting further along, you're actually making progress. And as that is being done, in that process of you doing that, you're overcoming it. You're overcoming it and your mindset is growing. So you're in the growth-oriented mindset. And that's the place you want to be. The next thing I want to discuss are the 5 most common reasons that most people don't make living a healthier lifestyle a priority. It's going to probably be, out of these top 5, one of the reasons why you don't make living a healthier lifestyle a priority. These are common limited beliefs and common hindrances and barriers to reaching that success. And we'll go over all 5 of them. I'll let you know what they are, and then we're also going to talk about solutions. So the first one is, I'm too busy to prioritize my health. Many people believe that they don't have enough time in the day. They don't have the opportunity to focus on health. It seems like work. They already have family responsibilities, work, and other commitments, and they feel like this is something else to add to the list. But when I tell you, you just get one vessel, you just get one body. It was made to operate in perfection, and more often than not, what we do to it is what will create an issue or a problem with it. And then we have to spend time reversing that or trying to get rid of it. If we prioritize our health, and just in even small ways throughout the course of that day, of those other commitments and the things that you're doing, keeping it in the forefront of your mind and making those healthy choices with nutrition and with hydration, with movement, and limiting and reducing the things that are going to be much more toxic or just something that your body is not going to actually be able to process properly and could create issues or illness, reducing and eliminating those things, those 4 steps alone are going to just kind of, as on autopilot, start to begin a healthier lifestyle. That is going to make your health a priority subtly. Just those small little things, just keeping in the forefront of your mind and trying to do them, rather than it always having to be a huge plan that you have documented step by step by step, checking things off the list. Oh, I didn't get to this today, therefore scratch the whole day. No, it is constant decisions, constant steps you make throughout the course of the day. And there's nothing better you can do than to also make those same steps for family. So as you have family and other commitments and responsibilities, if you are making your health a priority, you are only going to be able to love them and serve them better. And then also making those decisions for them in their life, you're setting them up for greater success, I believe. So the solution I have is encourage time management, prioritization of these strategies that I mentioned before that can help you to make small, manageable changes, and then you integrate that into your daily life. So even if it's something like your workout for the day is a shorter one, but you got in the movement. Your hydration for the day, maybe it wasn't as many glasses of water that you wanted, but it was just water, and it wasn't soda, and it wasn't those energy drinks or some of the other things that are very detrimental to your health. So that's a small change. It's a subtle change with a great impact. So making sure that it's integrated into your daily routine, and these things are going to become ongoing practices, which will become habits, and those actions are going to foster that healthy lifestyle for you. Second most common limiting belief is I'll never be able to lose weight. I don't like that confession at all. It's too negative. This belief often stems from past failed attempts and the perception of genetics or metabolism, or all of these things are working against you. That saying, something runs in my family, you can put a halt to it. It could have ran in. It doesn't mean it has to continue running. You know, you can be like, nope, stopping it right here. And you can make the decision of how you are going to be, and then the legacy that you're leaving for, if you have children, how they are going to be. It's completely up to you. So the solution I have is you need to focus on sustainable lifestyle changes rather than a quick fix or thinking, oh, I got a month, I want to get this done. That's not enough time. I mean, I'd say in 3 weeks, you can begin to set the foundation for something, and then follow up 3 weeks, you can begin to see some of the results of the foundation that you've set. But for actually noticing true lasting changes and then getting them implemented and rooted into your lifestyle so that it becomes something that is second nature to you, that takes time. And you have to be willing to invest in yourself and who you are to make that time, take that time, so that you can reap that reward of those efforts that are being made. So it's better to focus on lifestyle changes rather than a quick fix, and set realistic goals. Some things that are really key and important that you want to achieve, and then work toward those consistently for a time frame, and then you can incorporate new ones. You can even take those same goals and how can I level them up or make a greater challenge out of it, and then do that consistently. The education that you need around nutrition and portion control, mindful eating, all of these things are small little components that come together to create the building blocks of a fully realized foundational healthy lifestyle. And you need to have understanding, or at least the awareness of all of these many components, because if you don't have understanding of all of these small components, those are things that'll fall through the crack, or those are things that you won't even realize, oh, I'm failing at that because I didn't even realize my plate was supposed to have a certain amount of vegetables or a certain portion of this or that. I didn't know my daily intake for this, you can think that, hey, I didn't have any desserts today, so my daily intake was pretty good. I didn't eat a lot of sugar. But then you realize there were 3 drinks that you had, and the sugar content in just those 3 drinks was probably more than you should have had in a week's worth of time. Being aware of all of these small little components, they have a big impact on the greater goal and the bigger picture. So the solution is to focus on the sustainable lifestyle changes that you can make. And then those mindful things over time will create the consistency, and you definitely will lose the weight. You definitely will lose the weight. There's a quick saying, abs are born in the kitchen, not in the gym. You definitely need movement to keep your body mobile, to keep balance, and the muscle that you're going to build, which will show through, and therefore the fat is reduced and the muscle is more evident, so you look like you're a little more toned and in shape. But if you're not eating properly, there's nothing you can do. You can't out-exercise a bad diet. You must get the nutrition under control and eat the things that are going to fuel your body properly and give you the nutrients in order to see real success. But focusing on sustainable lifestyle changes, small components that will make a bigger foundational building block, that is going to take you to the success to losing weight. So that is a misconception, a limited belief that you'll never lose weight, and it's false. You will. You must prioritize your health, and you can lose weight. Number 3 is healthy food is boring and tasteless. This is funny because I don't know if I ever thought that, but I can definitely see how people do think that. And I feel it is up to the cook. It is up to the person who is cooking to understand flavors, can be attributed, seasoning and methods of cooking can be attributed to anything. You can go outside and forage some leaves and berries, but if you cook them properly and you season them correctly, it can be delicious. So healthy food is not boring and tasteless. You just have to have an understanding of what tweaks and changes to your recipes you need to make. Sometimes you can cook something almost exactly the same and make a few modifications with your ingredients and with the way that you're preparing it can make all the difference, but all of the flavor is still there. When I first became a vegetarian, I was unsure of how to go about a lot of things, and I did eat a lot of sides. So I'd have, okay, here's a little bowl of beans, here's a little bowl of corn, here's a bowl of broccoli, and I just had different sides, and that would be my meal. But then as I started to learn more about how to create recipes, actual entrees and dishes, and what things could be substituted and seasoned a certain way, I can cook just about anything. And there's so many people who are also sharing recipes and who have books out there that there's no excuse in this day and age for someone to say that they can't find something that is healthy that is also delicious. A lot of times our palates are also destroyed from either the chemical laced or the intense sugar that we're ingesting on a normal basis. And so when you're eating food, your palate's desensitized. If you detox off of sugar for, I'd say, a couple of weeks, and then you ate something that was just fruit, just regular fruit, you would be able to taste the sweetness of it, and flavors kind of come to life. And it doesn't take a lot of effort for you to understand that, oh, this was flavorful. It was just something going on with me where I didn't taste what was going on with it. So healthy food is not boring and tasteless. And some individuals will use this as a limited belief or hindrance to them meeting their goals because they think that they're going to be sacrificing the flavor for enjoyment. And it's very difficult to stick to a nutritious diet if you're thinking with this limited belief. You must understand exploring new recipes and methods of how to cook. I had already mentioned seasonings and different herbs and spices that you're putting into it. A lot of times it's the same recipe and it's sometimes cooked almost the same way, but you understand and learn what substitutions you need to make so that you can still get that same delicious result in an entree, even though it is a healthier meal. And so that is the third limited belief, that healthy food is boring and tasteless. The fourth one that we have is a limited belief that is going to hinder you from meeting your healthy lifestyle goals is exercise is too hard or painful. And that belief can be from a past experience, or if you did receive any discomfort or injury, and actually you're stuck in that moment. You're stuck in that past moment of, well, that hurt, or, I was too sore the next day after doing that. It took too much effort out of me. But again, this is an investment that we're making into our health, our lifestyle, and we only get one body. And there are so many solutions now to help you still get in the movement that you need and get in the opportunity to build muscle and increase your strength without it having to be a no pain, no gain type of attitude. So one of the solutions, start with low impact. There are tons of beginner-friendly exercises. Gradually work up your intensity. If you're dealing with weights, gradually work to a higher weight. You don't start off with 20s or 50s if you know that you're just trying to get out. That is the best way to discourage yourself, and you won't be able to find any motivation. Start with the smaller weights. Start with the smaller sizes. Do correct form. Do enough reps where you feel, hey, I've gotten an understanding of how to do that movement correctly, and then do 2 or 3 sets of that. And that's what's going to propel you to, now I can get a higher weight, or now I don't have to do this in a seated position. I can stand and do this exercise. So there's always a modified version, a low impact and beginner friendly exercise accessible to you, so that you don't have to feel like you're jumping out there with people who are experts if you're feeling like a novice. Another thing is to focus on finding activities that you enjoy. It doesn't always have to be a gym workout. It doesn't always have to be so intense or something where it's daunting to you. It could be a walk through your subdivision. It could be swimming, yoga, or a dance class. You want to put the emphasis and importance on, I'm moving my body. I'm creating mobility. I am stretching ligaments and moving my muscles to fatigue so that they can build stronger, increase my strength, and that also will help you with balance, which is something that, as you're getting older and you're not utilizing your body in the same way, if you're just going through your day-to-day, motions, you'll lose balance. And that is something that will help people have injuries. I can't think of a better way to say it. When they say that older people are falling a lot, it's because they've lost balance. They've lost that strength in their mobility, that something as simple as, you're going down the stairs, you lose your footing. When you're stronger, you're in a better shape, you catch yourself, opposed to just kind of tumbling. So these things, the solution of, even if you're starting out small or you're just finding an activity that you like, it is going to make a big difference to your body in gaining strength, mobility, and balance, which are very important. The fifth reason that is a limiting belief that would stop somebody from making progress in their healthy lifestyle is, it's too expensive to be healthy. And the saying I love for when someone says something is too expensive because it's healthy is, how expensive is it to be unhealthy? And how much do you spend when you're dealing with sickness and disease? On prescriptions, on doctor visits, on all those other things that come when I haven't invested in myself. It is an investment in your health, the care of you. When you take care of yourself properly, you can then do for others. If I'm sick, how am I seeing about other people? How am I walking out my purpose and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because I am I'm bogged down with trying to either find a solution, trying to treat it, or just feeling poorly because of it. And so I don't think that anything that I do for myself to be healthy or to be to foster this healthy lifestyle is too expensive. It's not too expensive. It's just, where do you want to place your investment? And the belief, I think, it suggests that maintaining that lifestyle is going to be out of reach for you, whether you think it's the cost for the food, a gym membership, or just any wellness related expense. But you don't always have to have a gym membership. There are tons of things you can do at home or just in the neighborhood to get in movement and activity. It could really be something so simple as just a walk in the subdivision. If you do a 20 to 30-minute walk, you can get your heart rate elevated. You're definitely working out your legs, and you'll feel that. You get your arms going with some smaller weights. You're getting a full body workout, no cost, free to you, because they don't even have to be weights from the store. It could be, you know, something weighted from your home, bottles of water. And then that way you are getting in that movement and setting that foundation for a better habit that you're setting for yourself. So these things are not expensive, even though they're perceived to be. The food that you're spending, when you're swapping out things or making choices, a lot of the healthier foods are probably going to be much more filling for you, as well as sustaining your body health-wise, your nutrition-wise, the nutrients you're getting. So you don't have to buy as many. If you're buying chips and sodas and some of those prepackaged things, they may seem that they're cheaper, but you are getting less value as far as and meals that you can create from that, and then health that you're going to gain from that. So it's really the trade-off is, you know, what do I think I'm paying for, opposed to what you truly are paying for. And anything that is going to propel your health, it's not too expensive. One of the solutions I have is you can provide budget-friendly tips and resources to making these healthy choices. So looking for coupons, looking for a farmer's market. There are things that are cheaper there. Sometimes they will have the frozen section. You can get a better bulk of your vegetables or fruits, so that you can have set aside for a couple of weeks what you want, and not have to worry about it going bad, which will save you money. But all these little small choices that you make along the way, you're still keeping that healthy lifestyle in the forefront of your mind. You're making these actions on a regular basis, and that creates that foundation for a healthier lifestyle. So even though that is something that people perceive, it is a falsehood. That is a limited belief. And this episode is about squashing these top 5 limited beliefs and understanding that there are solutions for everyone, every single one of them. You just have to want it and be willing to have a growth mindset to incorporate this new information to make those changes for your life. Gym workouts are not always best if you are a beginner, because there's a learning curve. And there are other people that you have to deal with in that situation. So if you are in a home gym, or if you are walking outside, then that puts the onus on you. I can go at my own pace. I can do this how I want to do it, and you can still achieve what you're trying to get done. So I don't have any other information for those 5 topics to go over, but I did receive a question I want to address. Someone sent me a question, and it was, what is the quickest change that I can make to implement a healthier lifestyle? And my answer to that is the quickest change that you can make, it is with your nutrition. That is at the heart of everything that I believe. I believe that's the real medicine in life, and that's where I started kind of on my healthy journey. It was all about making swaps and changes with my food. And when I did that, I saw almost immediate, but I'd say maybe about 3 weeks in, I saw such a difference in how I felt, and then shortly after how I began to look, that it was a catalyst for me to move forward and find out and want to learn more. What else could I do? I didn't realize, I could even run this way, or I had this much energy. And so then it got me on the path of health and wellness. So that would be the first thing I would say, and it's the quickest and easiest thing, because we're going to shop anyway. We're going to feed ourselves anyway. So starting with your food and your nutrition, something that is nutrient dense. It's always not just I ate vegetables or I didn't eat carbs. Making sure that what you're eating has nutrients, it has vitamins, it is fueling you, and it is giving your body what it needs, because that's what's going to help it to perform. And even going down to the cellular level of how your body operates, that is what is going to keep you healthy and create the lasting and long-going lifestyle that you are desiring to have overall health and wellness. Additionally, I would say prioritizing hydration and drinking enough water. Someone may drink maybe 60 ounces a day, but if that's not of at least water and then something in conjunction with that, then you are doing your body a disservice. It needs that water to not only process everything that's coming in, the new stuff that's coming in, but to keep moving any of the old stuff, and then to keep everything working. So staying hydrated is one of the easiest ways to kick up, your health stats with little to no expense to you. So hydrating and drinking enough water throughout the day, making that a priority. They even have apps that can remind you, hey, it's been so many hours. What have you had a glass of water? How many have you had? It's very important. And you would truly be amazed at how something as simple as staying hydrated and drinking enough water can increase your mood. As far as sometimes you're dealing with headaches or pain, or it's like, man, what's wrong with me? Am I hungry? Am I tired? And you're just thirsty. You just need some water. So staying hydrated, nutrition, hydration are the quickest and easiest ways I feel like you can make a true impact to your health and wellness if you're trying to start out this lifestyle and just make some small changes to your lifestyle. These are going to be at the foundation of those lifestyle improvements, I believe. And so I really want to just thank you guys for tuning in to Wellness Wednesdays with Walking in Wellness. Coach Yvette, I am helping you to live healthy and inspiring you to age naturally. Until next time, be mindful, prioritize your health, and make sure you stay in a growth mindset, and always walk in wellness. Thank you guys. Bye.